Okay, traders, the NASDAQ weekly time frame. You know, my bias would be bullish with this. Just want to show you what I've marked up here. Just go to a daily time frame. Overall, the higher time frame is telling me bullish. What I've done here is I've marked up the weekly, the monthly. This is a monthly. What we have is a, let's grab my pointer, monthly open, and I marked that up on a 4-hour time frame, so it's just reading a little bit differently on these candles. Monthly open on the lower time frame was here, and we had this initial rally, right? So I'm looking at, like, if you look at this from a monthly candle, you get the open, the low, the high, the close. Okay, you know what I mean? Let's have a look at a candle. We'll grab a candle. Well, have a look here. There's a there's a candle. This green candle. You get the open, it runs the low, it goes to the high, and then it comes down to the close. So I'm looking at this from a monthly perspective. Open, runs, looks like a bit of a fake out, then it runs liquidity, and then we've got this, it's holding above the monthly open. So I'm wondering now whether big money is invested long this month, especially after this run on liquidity and the fact that we've come back down and we're holding up here twice at the moment, right? So my bias is going to be bullish. I'm wanting to get on the, ride big money, smart money coattails, if you if you want to put it that way. So open, possibly the low for the month, possibly. Could be wrong. I mean, that could turn around, right? But yeah, everything's kind of heading north in a channel. We can see that. So I'll go with this bullish concept. So my bias is going to be bullish. There's conditions with that. I want it to hold above this, especially, actually, here we go. Look, I'll just grab I'll grab the anchored volume profile. Let's just throw it in here. See this, these nodes coming out with the volume profile. So this is a significant support zone, value area right there, critical, right where price is. Now we've got another one down in here that comes. You can see where the nodes come out, right? I know I've marked it up. I was looking at this a bit earlier. So those nodes come out here. You can see that, right? So this is a key support zone here. So I want that, definitely want, I don't want to break. Look, if it breaks under here, then this is out the window. But at the moment, what we have here is this red candle with a big wick under it. And we've got a green candle with a wick under it. All right, so this is telling me that, buying pressure is holding this up at the moment. So that's just sort of building my argument for a bullish bias. Now, targets would be these nodes here for one thing. Then you got the point of control, that red line through there, and then here, and then you got this previous high. Okay, if that continues up. Now, understand the risk here, guys. Yeah, I mean, look, this thing could turn around and take us all out, right? It could do that any time this week. But I'm going to go with my thing here. We've got that. It's just early days because we're only still messing around this monthly open zone, and what I really want to see, I want to see it. We've got this gap up in here because that's another concern as well. It gapped down, and I'm wondering whether it pulls back into the gap and then it tanks, right? So that's another thing. Yeah, it's not an easy one, this one, guys. But I'd need to see this trend up. Well, it's heading into resistance no matter what you look at. That's the problem. But I mean, it's got to go somewhere, and if it's going to be bullish, you want to see higher highs and higher lows set up here, and then you can target these areas if it continues bullish. So have a look at it on the 1H. All right, so it's trended down. We've got this break-in, well, this structural shift, as you can see with this downtrend here, right? So we'll just grab that. Okay, so you can see how it broke out there. Now, understand the risk, guys. I'm not 100%, nothing's 100% that this is going to be bullish. The markets are pretty jittery, and this could end up anywhere, but I'm leaning more bullish. And now that we've got this breakout, that could be a play. If this was an entry based on this this price movement here, go to a 30. All right, so what you've got now is you got a range. You got a bit of a move up here, fake out and a shakeout. So I really do like that. The range, a bit of a fakey shaky, and then it pushed off with a little bit of momentum here. So if we pick this up, higher low now. We've got a higher high, higher low. That could be you could enter here if you wanted to, consider it. And then maybe a pullback down into here, right? So the first thing is you get this, the change of character if you want, right? This structural shift here in the trend, change of character, we'll just call it that. So you got this initial move. Another, like if this paints another high, you get a higher high and then you get a pullback down into this support zone, then that would be a break of structure clearly above that, right? So you could call that potentially a break of structure if it continues. Possible. All right, hang on. BLEBO, possible break of structure. We're waiting on it. So we want to see that break structure there come up and then come back down, and then that would be a buy opportunity. No, I'll just put that there. Possibly a buy, but I mean, look, there's a probability factor that's with us because we've got a big support zone under, and it's painting higher highs and higher lows, right? So that's with us. But yeah, it's understand the risk with this, guys. That could just run into this gap here and then roll over and tank, right? For all I know. So be careful. So that's my take on the NAS at the moment. Just a little bit of bullish price action. Love to hear your thoughts on this. It's not like some trade ideas will have a strong confidence level. This one's probably 60 to 70%, maybe 60, 65%. And then definitely there's a strong component, 30, 40% possibility it goes the other way. So I think I would do that, classify it as such. Okay, so that's my take. I'd love it if you comment. Let me know your thoughts. Are we on the same page? And hope you have a great day. Safe trading. And before I go, if you do buy there, the stop loss under the previous low, and I would target that external range high. Okay, external range right there, high, external range. So this is internal, right? So that's the external to this high and low, something like that. Okay, hope you have a great day, safe trading, and see you in the next one.